Oh, and I didn't change. No, okay. Okay. All right, the interface is not quite right, but hello everyone. Welcome to the XTC. We have this morning a game between, on the left side, it's not France as the logo would seem to indicate. It is, who's on the left? It's New Zealand. It's Dickie playing for the New Zealand Resistance. And on the right, we have Justynas, Degutis, playing for the Lithuanian Resistance. Yes, that's it. I got it right. And in the co-host chair with me today is from Team Iceland for Stream Iceland, Stefan. Hello, Stefan.
Hello, Nielsen. Thank you for having me on. I think this is going to be a wonderful game that we are watching tonight. Or tomorrow, this morning.
Depending where you are.
Yeah, depending on where you are. Well, I played a game last night, literally during the night, so I don't know how I managed to get up for this one. But,
but congratulations and thank you very much for being with me.
Well, the pleasure is all mine.
Yes, it's perfect. All right, so I have the New Zealand flag set up to the left there, and I love that the New Zealand logo is literally one of the kind of joke proposal for the change of flag for New Zealand. There was a referendum 6-7 years ago or something, and one of the proposal was this like kiwi bird shooting lasers. Like, what the actual fuck? And well, it did not get chosen, and then anyway the general public ended up voting to keep the current one, which makes me sad.
Surprised that it didn't get.
Yeah, I mean the laser kiwi. Yeah, okay, no, but there were some really nice flags that were actually proposed, but did not make the cut. Where the hell do I have the logo for? So it's kind of a combined logo because they have Team Baltic, because apparently the
they have
Latvian team
and Latvia.
Yeah, Latvia did not manage to find enough players, so they just merged together. So they call Lithuania because it's 5 out of 7 players from Lithuania, but actually this is Latvian. I'm not sure Justynas' nationality actually. But where the hell is this logo?
In either case, it's good to have our Baltic brothers have a team. Although it would have been more fun to have both Lithuania, Latvia, and even Estonia play, but I understand that they just didn't find the players. So
yeah, it seems that this is I'm not sure what's the X-wing scene in Estonia, but yeah, they don't have any players participating. There's a few countries that had like kind of planned to get in, and in the end just didn't make it.
And although I'll try my best to be unbiased here, I should note that I am playing for Team Iceland, who is sharing a group with them, Group B, both teams. But depending on our performance last night against Peru, we're probably not going to be strong contenders for anything in the group, because we had 4 games and high hopes of making it an exciting match, and all 4 games, well, I admit, after I learned that the other 3 had lost, I went into a bit of a YOLO mode. You know, are you not entertained? That sort of stuff.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, I think people were entertained, but my team captain maybe not so much. Sorry, Gisli.
You chose violence a lot.
I chose violence a lot. In fact, we both chose violence so much that there were hardly any ships left by the time we finished our game. But,
that's perfect. All right, I've got the right logo now finally. And welcome to all the people watching. Apparently, we have about 8 people watching us right now, which for a morning in Europe is pretty. In chat, someone informs me that Justynas is in fact Lithuanian.
I will try and see if I can pump up those numbers by telling the Icelanders to wake up and get here.
All right, and I can start a prediction poll for the next 20 minutes, or basically until people start to die. Who will win? We have the Resistance from New Zealand. On the left, and the Resistance from Lithuania on the right. Yesterday we had France against what was it?
Denmark. No. They're playing against. Sorry, Denmark is such a because they spent all of last week playing.
France. So yeah, it was France versus Serbia. And
yes.
And the poll gave like 20 points to Serbia and 1,750 points to to France. The poll was right. The game was not as like unbalanced as the votes were, but that was good.
I mean, mirror matches of factions can often be very interesting and even bloody, but I think this one is interesting for the fact that although their lists are similar, they are still different enough that we might see some good variety in the flying.
Yeah.
I mean, the three on the Lithuanian side, the 3 A-wings and Poe with the heroic R4 and ion torpedoes. That's that could be a list that he'll use Poe as the sort of hammer and the A-wings to sort of hit him from the side, versus the X-wing swarm, Rose Tico and Merle Cobbin. That's
a bit more of a jousting.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a hey, I want to punch you in the face kind of deal. And,
yes, it's 2 resistant lists, and of course it's kind of the same ships because, well, there's not so much choice in the Resistance, but there's no single pilot in common.
Yeah, so that's really interesting as well, and I am very interested to see like how the X-wings manage. If they actually manage to pin down Poe and beat him to the ground, then will the A-wings have enough firepower to to retaliate? That is one of the bigger questions, I would think. And conversely, if Lithuania, Justynas can sort of use his Poe and A-wings to sort of drag his jousting formation through the rocks and through the obstacles,
and break it apart. Yeah,
break it apart. How will he recover? So this could be very interesting. Okay, they are ready to go.
Oh yeah, and the 3 blue squadrons from Cameron from New Zealand, they all have the underslung blaster cannon. I think it's the first time I actually see that one.
That is the second time I see that, and I think I saw this game. I think I saw Cameron actually play against the Peruvian Empire player.
Okay.
And he used the underslung cannon there with sort of it didn't really score any hits, if I recall, but it was enough to bully.
Like
you don't want to be
some tokens, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's sort of like a cheap way to get foresight.
Oh yeah, I mean it does increase the reach you have.
Yeah. He certainly at least he never swung the turrets in that game, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Okay, so Interesting start from Cameron there, though.
Why would you have the turret in the front? How does that help? Oh yeah, yeah, you can use it as a bonus attack. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so just because I'm sure there's many people in the chat that or people that will watch it on YouTube later that also are not very familiar with the cannon. The Underslug Blaster Cannon on the X-Wing, just for the resistance, it adds a rotate action, of course, because it's a turret, and it reads after an enemy ship executes a maneuver, you may perform this attack against it as a bonus attack. And the attack is requiring the lock on the enemy, and your dice can only be modified by spending the lock for the default effect. So that's a bit of a snapshot foresight sort of thing. And potentially you can also just rotate the arc and just have a bigger firing arc. It's just range 1, it's just 2 dice, but a turn when you're going to be outmaneuvered, I mean, rolling dice is better than not rolling dice.
Yeah, I mean, any attack where you can possibly do damage and even, even kill a ship in the maneuver phase. I mean, that can be a huge advantage, and certainly, it's not a very expensive upgrade. So, since he has the points to put it in, rather, he doesn't have the ships the points to put in a sixth ship. Then why not use it on something like that? I am more interested, however, to see the automated target priority, which is while you perform an attack, you must choose a defender at the closest valid attack range. After you perform an attack that missed, place 1 calculator token on this card. Before you engage, you may remove 1 calculator card to gain a match. So basically, he probably uses that on his sort of first approach to sort of, if he doesn't hit, then at least he'll get a better modified attack the next time.
Which is good.
The big drawback is, of course, that you're not free to choose your target. So it's an interesting card for sure. Strengths and weaknesses.
It's quite often you anyway going to shoot at someone who's close to you to get more dice, get less on the other side. But yeah, every now and then you're like, there's this guy over there, range 3, with 1 hole limping, and with that card you just can't make the true choice. Yeah. In the chat, we're being reminded that the Baltics won 2 games this morning, or last night or something, or maybe actually this morning, but not on stream, against New Zealand. So right now it's 3-1. So it's not done yet. Still a chance for New Zealand to claw back some points there, but they are on the losing streak, and if they lose again, now it's going to be a game point for Lithuania.
Yeah. And certainly, I mean, we in Iceland, we won against South Africa after going 3-0 down, so it's not impossible, but certainly it's not preferable to have your back against the wall.
No, of course not. All right, but what do you think of the matchup? What do you think the game might go? If you had to make a prediction.
If I had to make a prediction right now, just because I've spent so many games with my good friend Ayet, who plays Ray Poe, and I know just what a bastard, for lack of a better term, Poe can be against lower initiative ships. I'm inclined to think that this might be a game where the Baltics take the game point.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm very aware of the capabilities of Cameron's list, and it could go either way. I wouldn't put a bet on this match because I don't think I'm not sure which way it would go, because it will depend so much on the flying. But at the same time, these ships are all very capable.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure because they are flying them that we have to assume that the players know how to use them in the most lethal manner possible.
Yes, absolutely. That's well, I agree with you. It's not a matchup that's absolutely obvious there. Like who's gonna win? Not a very clear advantage. Like yeah, the of course the Baltics have the initiative advantage with ships initiative 6 and 5, whereas on the other side of the table it's mostly initiative 1s. But it's so the ships are so beefy and the A-wing is quite able to defend himself, so it's probably not going to be one round knockoff of an X-wing. That's unlikely. And then Rose can wreak some havoc. So
yeah, that's one of the main this list and the other list types that I've seen that have the sort of 3 X-wings and then the buffers with them is that when you try to just initiative kill an X-wing to get it off the board before it can shoot back at you, it turns out that 6 hit points behind 2 green dice.
It takes a bit.
It's a lot more. It's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no heroic here, so there's not going to be 2 blanks into 2 blanks events like we always see in when the heroic's on the table.
And I thought this was a resistance game. This is an outrage. This is unfair.
This is unfair.
How can you have a resistance list and not have heroic?
Well, actually, Poe has it, but none of the generics. Yeah, because they're so generic, they actually don't have the slot for heroic.
Yeah.
Too generic for you.
You're generic.
You're generic. Oh, and the initiative actually was given to Cameron, with Rose moving before.
Is this,
Tally? No. Did I get my colors wrong? Yeah, Tally. No, Tally's 5. Oh no, it's all 5s. Yeah, no, there's no overlap. Yeah. So
there's no overlap.
I'm not sure who has initiative, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, 6-5-5-5 against 3-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
Right, taking it slow there on the top of the board with the A-wings, just really trying to temporize and get a flank. But it's going to be a rather slow flank if we wait for everyone to move and then come running after them. But it seems that Poe is going to try to break the block there, which of course is the strategy to go for when you're against such a high firepower block. Don't let it corner you somewhere.
I'm not sure though that he's doing enough to break up the block, because the most enticing target for sure is Poe, and the Cameron seems to be he's sort of aiming towards that general area, but I'm not sure he's willing to sort of go all in at this stage to just because there's a single A-wing there, looking to sort of bother him. And so it's an interesting approach for sure, because the A-wings can come in quite quickly and and hard, but it will be interesting to see if they can come quickly enough once the 2 sort of main blocks merge into the firefight.
Okay, they're checking a range 3 there.
Yeah.
Acquiring a lock on a cloud?
I think he's just doing a little range check to sort of gauge his options for next round, and also he might be aware of the fact that Rose has a jam, even though it's probably it's bottom of the card, and probably bottom of the card for a reason, because it's the least likely to be used. But at the same time, it's there, and you have to respect the ability that it is there.
Yeah, just in case. yeah, the A-wings rarely take the log there, especially since they're flying with a proton rocket that just need the focus.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just dropping a lock there
Mhm.
in the very unlikely case of a jam. Why not?
Why not?
Because this is Tally that put the lock, and yeah, she doesn't have any interaction with that. Well, enemy ship in your bullseye attack, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, the defender rolls 1 additional die. So a nice defensive thing there that she doesn't seem to be really setting up. It seems that Justynas is just using the A-wing as a initiative 5 more than a very specific kind of boosting.
We used to call that eco locks in Iceland to honor a certain player who used the target lock action quite a bit to gauge his next move.
Yeah.
Because at the time, of course, in the good old days, you could take an action, and if it didn't work out, you could just do another one. So.
Yeah, and then you would just, yeah, okay, what's at range 3? Can I go 5 straight next round and not hit that rock in front of me or things like that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Handy tip for new players listening to this stream: the 2 range and the 5 straight are pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
So if you're looking for a sneaky way to gauge if your 5 straight will make it, then just see where your range 2 lands when it's your time to engage.
Yeah, that's a good way to measure. All right, we're back to dials. It seems that Justynas is ready, pinging the table. And here we go. Closing the wings on Mr. Red there because he's anticipating having to roll.
Yep. And keeping his options open, and also, I mean, even though I would imagine a lot of players would just go YOLO through the cloud next turn if they thought they had an advantage this turn. I think the barrel there certainly opens up, the possibility, because he has to account for the fact that Tally might be trying to sort of think the approach, the straight approach, and might just try and turn it in the corner.
Yeah, true. Absolutely true.
Hello there.
All right, the flanking A-wings, which consist of CC Tlo and Septim Vanik, are sort of playing their own long game still.
Yeah, just at the top there, turning around.
Well, when the time comes, they'll be in place, but I think they're a little bit too far out compared to where Tali is. But of course, she's just saying, "Huh, thought I was gonna come join you." Think again.
Nope.
Yeah, as violent a player as I can be, I'd probably nope there too.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cithalocron in the chat saying that there's no thrusters on Poe and no rigs apart from Poe, and that's it's burning his eyes.
Yeah,
that's not how this works.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I was alluding to before. It's like granting someone a seat on the council and not making them the rank of master.
So insensitive.
I know. Outrageous and unfair.
Outrageous and unfair. Oh, by the way, Dundenman and Geosams, thank you for following the channel. You won't regret it. There's many more streams coming, including one tonight. There's the Norwegian First Order against something Greek. Against the Greek rebels. Yeah, that would be tonight.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock my time. I think it's 6 o'clock UTC. 18 UTC.
Note that Poe did a double reposition there for range control. He's sort of hugging the wall now and away from the block. And I think Justynas is playing a sort of smart game here. You know, he knows that if he faces the block head on, the Cameron's block, that he's probably a goner.
Yeah.
And he knows that his most high valued target is up there on the list of, you know, things Cameron wants to kill ASAP. So, you know, this is smart play, and he knows, you know, there's plenty of time left. There's an hour left to play. You know, I have the time and I have the resources to sort of make him come to me and fight him on my terms.
So why not do that?
Why not do that? And maybe he's thinking of the human factor as well, because I know that if I was flying a list like Cameron's, I'd probably be sort of, you know, in a rush to sort of, you know, hey, let's smash heads, you know, hey, come on, let's do this. So, you know, as the game winds on without there being an engagement, you know, will Cameron get impatient and do something rash that will minimize his chances of actually scoring the hits that he needs?
It's playing the long game there doesn't make for extremely exciting gameplay, but
well, we will make it exciting.
We will
That's
make it
why
exciting.
we're here.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
People in the chat saying hello, Gisli, your team captain is here.
Sorry, Gisli.
And all the New Zealand players in the chat saying we need all the wins. We not only need this win, we also need all the other to take the point there.
Yeah, backs against the wall, never a fun position to be, and you know, this could be a good night, but you know, hopefully from New Zealand's point of view, Cameron has he certainly is not. He is in with a fair chance, I would say, at this point.
Yeah, at least there. Right, see dials getting set. A bit of a hesitation there on the green A-wing that was set, got unset, got reset again. All right. Asgal111 in the chat saying that Justynas is one of the scariest A-wing player he has faced. Well, I'm waiting for the fear.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, he has so far shown that he is very, you know, he's very aware of their maneuverability and their capabilities. So I can imagine that he didn't bring this list because he thought it would be fun.
Yeah, it's brought to murder. All right, so yeah, Cameron there.
Exactly.
Getting his list to point up, trying to get to the A-wings at the top.
Yeah, he probably has figured out by this point that if he goes for the bottom two, the Tally and Poe, that he'll just be dragged around.
He's never gonna catch up.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and the red X-wing that spent a lot of energy rolling to avoid the cloud last round, just goes straight onto it there.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, if you're gonna go over a cloud, why not do it in a turn when you know that there's absolutely I was gonna say absolutely no way, but of course I think Tally could boost in here, but very little chance of it mattering. The main drawback, I probably would have gone in faster because
he's gonna go again
over round, he's gonna go again over it. So that's the main drawback with this approach. Ooh.
Gisli says that he's gonna have to become an alcoholic after the tournament. I'm not quite sure if maybe I missed some like joke at some point, but
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So
Tally turning in there,
choosing violence.
choosing violence. I mean, you're probably gonna have a shot at either red or maybe even into green there.
Here was well. I'm not saying that Justynas became impatient, but he certainly saw his chance there of sort of getting an what can we say, unrequited, for lack of a better word, shot at his list, at Cameron's list. Now this is interesting because he might be getting like 2 flanking shots without any repercussions. Looking here at where CC is. CC is coming from and where Tally is coming from, and
doing the range measurement there, and getting a lock on a cloud or something for
probably.
ZZ.
Yep. The debris field is glowing. Hey, why are you just locking the clouds? And then what will
Sneaky Reaper in New Zealand says that so when you get into my Twitch chat, the Twitch rule is that you should not forget to be awesome, and also to fly casual. But of course, the FTBA shoot out to the Brother Greens, who are absolutely not involved in the X-Wing community, but I like them anyways. And then Sitholok one apparently missing the reference. And no, we're not talking about the Lego theme song. All right.
Yeah, Gisli will have to become an alcoholic after this tournament because I'll explain that one.
Okay.
Because he said to the players to try and sort of motivate us that one of the other teams has a rule that every game that they lose, they owe their captain a beer.
Oh yeah.
And
Gisli put that in the chat now. Yeah.
we have at this point we owe him 7 beers. And I think I can guarantee you that the beers will go up.
There will be more.
The amount he will he'll have to sleep on the couch a lot after this tournament is done when we give him all the beers we owe him. Any
good microbreweries in Iceland I should know about?
I actually quite a few, considering our harsh Nordic alcohol laws. We've managed to create a few microbreweries. I think one of the more popular, I'm not sure if it even qualifies as a microbrewery, and it's called Borgbrukus. Well, and Borg, like the
Borg.
Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
like
that's.
villain.
I didn't even notice it was Icelandic. Yeah, I've seen that one quite a bit. There's the other Icelandic one that we find in Norway is Einok or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's 8:30 in the morning here in Iceland, and now I just want a beer. So maybe I'm the one who has the problem, Gisli. But yeah, when he made that pledge, I said I'm not gonna give Gisli a single beer. Who's with me? And now I owe him 2. So.
Oh no. That's what happens.
That's what happens. Well,
I never make this kind of deal. Beers are too expensive in Norway.
Oh, we're all gonna go broke in Iceland.
Gisli says now it's 8 beers. Apparently.
8 beers?
Yeah.
Oh yes, 5. Oh yeah, we lost 4 yesterday, and then Yes, we had already lost one. So we are 5-0 down. I thought we were 4-0 down. Uh-oh.
Oh, and the first dice there. Tally has
Alright.
a cheeky range 3 there onto green, non-obstructed. 2 dice versus 3. I'm not sure there's any mods on the table.
Yeah, and there's no... Yeah, there's no bullseye, so it's... yeah, she's shooting at red. Just taking a pot shot there, and...
Yeah. Not getting anything. She's not focused.
A swing and a miss.
I mean, that was not supposed going to be very big, I think, there. Just...
Yeah, it's
why not?
You know, it's just sort of, you know...
opportunity.
Sort of, yeah, exactly. Just, you know, roll enough dice and eventually something gets hurt.
All right, so yellow. So red, that's easy, shooting at yellow.
Yep.
Yeah, the chat is starting to talk about the flag referendum. And double blanks. No heroic for you.
Yeah. Again, it's weird to see the resistance swing and a miss and not be able to. Yeah, but at least she gets her token. Okay.
And no shots for.
Not gonna need it.
Full cap there.
Okay. Now this is where the fun begins. To quote Anakin. Because, well, Septon has sort of range controlled himself there into the corner, so he'll have to do, well, he could do some bank maneuvers, or he could do like a hard turn in, but that would be more predictable. But at any rate, he might have range controlled himself just a little bit, teensy bit too far to get a shot next round. Whereas CC, Tally, and Poe all will be in a fairly good position to get at least some shots off. And the question is, Cameron will probably be able to wreak some havoc as well, because the way he is positioned. And the red X-wing there in the back might actually be an excellent spoiler for Cameron, sort of making sure keeping Tally and Poe honest.
Yeah. What? Suddenly the bullseye there from Sifnik being plopped.
Probably just a joke on the behalf of the... And Gisle is telling us that, telling me that it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So beer is always the correct choice.
It's always beer o'clock somewhere. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Cannot argue with that.
Although I have an evening shift at my work, so if I open up a can of beer at 5 o'clock, I'd probably be fired. Although someone might say that any job that requires you to be there at 0 o'clock might be a good place to be fired from. No, just kidding. I like my job.
Alright, some dials being put. So probably we see ZZ for some kind of 1 or 2 banks there. Unless she wants to kind of dodge that whole block there. Going for 3 bank to the left. Trying to not get focused too hard. Especially with the cannons that would be pointing towards her.
I think I'd probably go for the straight maneuver and then just use my second action to do the boost in the gyro stabilizers.
Yeah.
But you know, certainly the smooth banking to the left might be an option for her. certainly she's a ship in Justynas list that has the least fear, I think, at this point.
Yeah, that would just token stack in case.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't have the one straight, which would be probably the most like malleable maneuver here, but has to go for a two. And then
Yeah.
two straight is kind of a bit close to that debris to really be free to do whatever. So
So
either just go straight in and blast people with the proton rockets, or fear a bit the understrung blasters.
Well,
Oof,
I don't think she has much to fear from them because they have to have the lock.
Oh yeah, they do have. Yeah, they need the lock. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
yellow
for some kind of block there, yellow, or maybe pointing into Poe.
Probably both.
Oh yeah.
Trying to sort of.
Why not both?
Why not both? And Merle.
Merle going with a bang there and a boost.
Yes.
Okay, getting the block there, like really trying to get sure that ZZ doesn't get anywhere except if she actually flees.
Yeah.
And probably gonna get some shots into Zevnik. Rose just following. The red X-wing got a strain there.
Yeah.
Oof, and with Tali coming from behind there with a proton rocket, that could be a bad day for Red.
I think I'd probably just do a focus boost right because you get to rocket Rose Tico. And
oh yeah, like a boost to the side and actually get that Rose. Yeah, that's tempting.
That would be tempting because I think the bullseye just misses the red X-wing there. Although he might just think he's weighing his options.
Yeah, the bullseye, does it miss? Yeah, the bullseye would be very close. Well, I think we'll see.
He's just going into range 1 on the strain.
Is it on the rocket? I guess we will see in a few seconds.
It might. Actually, it's quite close. They have a. Ooh, CC. Just jumping over, noticing the barriers that camera has put in place and just saying, yeah, I'll just leapfrog over here then. And now he's wondering, can he get, he's cleared all of his shots. Can I get shots of my own? And I think the short answer is no. So he'll have to think what's best for next turn.
Yeah, so ZZ doing the 3-bank as we thought, not getting clogged in the rest. Hi, life in the chat. The rebel player for Norway, who apparently beat Django Zam yesterday.
Yep.
Okay, going for a lock there. Anyone's in range. And there's a lock on red. Easy think. Yeah, we can see him drawing the boost on the board. He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. Yeah, I don't think that gets range there. Get arc. Just a tiny bit too far. But it's a good position for next round. Plenty of blues to clear the stress, so that's not a worry.
Yeah, and note that CC and Tally have spent most of the game apart from each other. And, now they're almost in a formation. They're like
somehow reconverged. Yeah.
Now, Septin perhaps had the biggest problem because, as I said, he had to do a hard turn in there.
Yeah.
And,
To stay in.
So he was the most predictable one, but at the same time, you know, he's in a good shot. He's at range 3, I think, from all possible shots, and
Mm. Okay, I think it's post turn.
Well, he is wondering if he can. No, he didn't take an evade, so.
No, so he's thinking about his wings. He would seem. What does he want to do? Keeping them closed there? Yeah, keeping the wings closed.
Yeah,
going for a straight maneuver.
Oh, I'm so. Like I said before, my good friend Aid plays a lot of Poe. I'm so used to being clobbered by him. The whole overdrive thrusters thing. And so it's so weird to see a Poe that doesn't have it. I'm like, you know, I'm putting all the possibilities into my mind and then realizing, oh wait.
No, that actually doesn't work. Doesn't exist. Yeah, he has to work with just the simple dial there. Okay, going for a lock as a first action. I don't think he has the bullseye on red, so it's not going to be a very big shot with the wings closed.
Yeah.
And he has yellow there shooting him in the back, which is never pleasant.
So he'll probably do a barrel roll away from.
He's going to straight boost. There just fits behind Dizzy, so that makes him safe at least. Yeah. That's for stress. Using pose ability. All right. And now we're ready to get some shots and maybe some damage.
Yes. Yes, we are.
2 shots into red, who has a strain. It is, in fact, not in the bullseye, so it would be 2 versus 1 from Poe. Oh, Poe thinking about the iron missile there.
Yes. You know, you don't need to have your wings open to, you know, to do some damage with if you have missiles or torpedoes. All right.
Oh yeah, because of course the foils don't affect the munitions. All right. Well, I guess you spend the luck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
not much better. Just 2. Well, that's 1 damage at least sticking in. Might not get the iron, but
he'll get the damage, but not the might not get the iron.
No, no iron. Yeah. Just 1 damage. Red losing 1 shield. That's the first blood.
Yeah, and you know it's probably similar to what he would have gotten, or even he probably would have gotten even less if he had gone with the primary shot just to conserve his.
Yeah, so it's good to get something. And there we are not in the bullseye.
Ooh, but I think it's so close. It's like a couple of pixels.
Yeah, but. So just a primary attack there, 3 versus 2, because of course red is not strained anymore.
Yep.
And we get crit, and he has a focus for hit it crit.
Yep.
So that's at least a crit going through. Of course there's 2 shields left, so that's probably not too bad. Oh! I talk too soon, everything goes through, and the crit actually is a crit.
It's structural damage.
Structural damage. That's unpleasant. And that's actually some points. 23 points going to Justynas. And there a shot from Sefnik. Probably into the X-Wing. A-Wing at range 3 with a focus. not going to do very much. The bullseye doesn't do anything, but... Or does it? No, it's some kind of boost thing. No, that's not the ship I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Merle.
Oh yeah, I keep confusing those two, even though their abilities are nothing
Completely different.
similar. Yeah.
But it's the least played one. Are they both from the new
Yeah,
the
I
Heroes or something?
yeah,
Heralds of Hope.
the Heralds of Hope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're both from that pack. So
Yeah, so they're quite recent still.
mhm. All right. So nothing from Septin, and he chose not to spend his focus because of this. There's a shot coming in. So now notice this, that if he manages to evade, well, he doesn't. But then the X-wing would have gotten a calculated token for the next attack, but he got a shield on off. So first blood for Cameron as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and Merle from downtown,
Mm,
but doesn't get it.
that's safe. Yeah.
Yep, that's very
Not
safe.
even need to use the focus.
Yeah.
What
Well,
is
he
the
could
chat?
just to yeah, just to be cheeky.
Apparently, there's going to be the New Zealand national tournament next month, and Cameron managed to acquire a 2019 hyperspace trial kit with black dice that you can't read the attacks on.
Stealth dice. Perfect.
The stealth dice, yeah. Apparently, there's still some of these 2019 hyperspace kits laying around.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure we have the kit laying around still in Iceland. They have played it out already, but there's certainly there a lot of stuff is still unused that should have been used, but wasn't because of, well, let's not speak of why. we all know why.
We all know why. I mean, like, given the production time, they must have produced a bunch of Systems Open 2020
Yeah.
kits, and like there must be a lot of things laying around. They ended up selling the Naboo fighter, the silver Naboo fighter, in a different way, but a lot of tokens and cards and all kind of things, and maybe even the ships already for the World 2020. So it's well, I guess they're either gonna just reuse them, say, yeah, it says 2020 on it, deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, they're reusing quotation mark the Olympics and the football Euros, so why not?
And even Eurovision.
Even Eurovision, yeah. Oh, I wish they'd allowed us to use the same songs, because Iceland was supposed to win it last year.
yeah, they could have won last year, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And this year, I mean, it was a strong showing. It was still a very good song, but just not quite as good. And the competition was really tough, so it was no, that was not gonna win. Poor
and
Daddy.
I have to admit that the classic rocker in me, I voted for Italia.
I think I voted for Iceland and Ukraine. That were my top two.
Oh, Ukraine was so awesome as well.
I was jumping on my couch and all my friends were looking at me like, bro, chillax.
Yeah. You know a song is good when it has a bunch of middle-aged men bobbing their heads.
Yeah, pretty much.
But away from Eurovision and back to the game. So Cameron has signaled that he is ready, whereas Justynas is still sort of weighing his options. I believe with Septin, who's granted in the worst position of his ships over there, sort of facing the gauntlet, and also with Poe, who
he's already stressed. Doesn't really have a good escape there.
Yeah. So the shot on red that gave him, the shield off and gave Tali the chance to put on the structural damage, it came with its own disadvantages positionally.
Mm.
So
Oh, apparently we were talking too much about Eurovision, and I missed the shot onto Sevnik that apparently hit.
oh, did we? Oh,
Yep. So there's a one shield of Sevnik there.
oh.
Red Rogue Vector is suggesting to just use a Sharpie in row 1 over the second 0 in 2020, and bam, you got 2021 kits. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be up for that. That's fine. I mean, don't throw all the things you printed already. That's not eco-friendly. I mean, it's already not very eco-friendly, but would be even less eco-friendly.
Well, that's all the respect 2020 deserves from us, I think. That we just
Sharpied out.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because so Poe is a bit of a uncomfortable position. Even the two air wings there, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna continue going after red. Red, oh, hits the cloud. Is he gonna get? Yep, it's the return of the strain.
Of course he is.
So that's gonna be 0 defense for him, at least on one of the shots. And there's still a proton rocket in his back there. If Tally just go for a 3 bank or something, that should do the trick there.
Yeah,
maybe even 2 bank.
3 bank, 2 bank. I think either one will spell the end of red, and frankly, I think I mean I liked it when he did the barrel because I thought it gave him options, but he sort of has been unlucky on the follow through, going through both clouds there.
Yeah, 'cause basically he kind of had to change his mind. Because suddenly there was not much to go after on the right side of the board, and that led to quite a series of not very nice turns.
But at the same time, I think Cameron has done quite okay with the rest of his list. But it's always hard when you have 4 ships that all move after you.
Yeah.
You know, it can sometimes devolve into just trying to get the bullocks, trying to get the arcs, trying to get something, and then when you have ships like the A-wings that can double reposition, then it's harder than it seems.
Yeah.
But
all right, and we see there Tally going for the 2 bank, lining up the bullseye, grabbing a focus. That's going to be a very sad X-wing taking a proton rocket when you don't have any defense dice.
Yeah.
Could be worse, but could be better. And boosting forward to avoid the shot from the X-wing, the yellow X-wing at the back there.
Yeah.
Or probably actually giving some space to Poe to go somewhere.
Yeah. Accidentally grabbed an extra focus, but noticed it straight away. So.
Yeah. Apparently some people in the Just chat are saying that there's some slow play in this game.
Slow play?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would not consider this slow playing at all. Just very methodical and well thought out approach from both players. Probably slightly more so from Justynas, but certainly. I mean, if no one was shooting at anything by now, that would
but it's been fine.
Yeah, going to straight 3, and frankly, I mean, while he does have the almost mandatory R4 droid on him, I think this is probably by far the best he could have done.
Yeah, I mean, there was a need to try to break up the swarm, which happened. That was a well play from Justynas, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know what the people in the judge chat are going around. All right, Poe there looked for a lock or something.
Yeah, he.
All right, and we see probably the murder of Red there.
Yeah, Poe put the lock on Rose Tico. And there goes the first Procket. And he doesn't seem to realize that he is supposed to have 0 dice. In any event, I doubt that it counts for much because okay.
Well, need to spend the focus there because there's 3 more hull there. So yeah, just spend the focus, and that's a dead. Oh, he's rolling a die. He shouldn't.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure that he will be pointing that out.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
perfect.
There we go. 1, 2,
2, and the crits. Wounded pilot. Well, he's wounded and also alone in space.
Yeah. Goodbye, Red.
Goodbye, Red. That gives the 22 more points. So 45-0 now for Justynas.
Yes.
After losing only 1 shield.
And the second Procket goes off. And
on yellow there, yeah. Spending the focus, choosing violence for 4. He's not getting shot at anyway, so no reason not to choose violence. And there's
shields.
No token there. 3 shields on yellow.
So devastating use of the Prockets. But he didn't surrender half points, so that's something. Just trying to look at the bright side for Cameron here. Well, someone has to. And no shot from CZ. But now can yellow retaliate? Because he went kind of, he broke up his swarm to sort of get any shots. So he kind of needs this shot to connect to make it all worth it.
But there's, that's not going to connect. There's 3 dice in the focus. No.
Yeah.
Salad of dice on both sides. But that's the automatic target priority trigger.
Yes. So now we'll probably see the situation where the underslung cannon can come to play, where he takes a lock rather than focus, knowing that he'll get his, he'll probably get a double modded shot if he can lock the right chip, that is.
Yeah, so like right now yellow has a lock on Poe that he took, probably thinking that maybe the cannon would do something.
Yeah.
But then Poe just got the hell out, so didn't work this time. So we are back to dials, I think. So we're probably going to see Merle and Rose do some hard turns. Not quite sure what you do with green. Maybe even doing a talon there. He needs guns on targets now. It's just 20 minutes left on the clock, and there's 1 shield taken out of Justynas' list. 1 shield for 1 chip. Not a good deal.
And perhaps the more worrying thing is that Justynas got an awfully good value for money from 2 of his Prockets.
Yeah.
Still has a 3rd one there.
6 damage from the Prockets, and there's 1. It's on ZZ, the red A-wing still has a Procket, and actually probably has a chance of connecting that Procket on 2 rows maybe.
Yeah. And I think Rose will probably not survive that sort of contact for long.
No, because there's both Telly in green and ZZ in red, and even Poe are quite hot on the back of Rose, who doesn't really have the ability to go fast.
Yeah. So we might actually see that jamming action I mentioned earlier in the game come into play. Sort of trying to.
Yeah, but it's quite a short range, and she has to move first. So, yellow landing on the debris there. Oh, I thought it was going to be a crit. No, it's fine. Just a stress.
Oh, yeah. But you know, I think that's okay. He's getting the guns on target.
Yeah, which is what matters.
And might even get. Well, what's the range on the?
It's just range 1. So
it's just range 1. So
not happening.
Coming into play.
All right, we have Merle trying to come around there, probably taking a focus boost, getting a bit closer, at least the focus there.
Yeah, definitely.
Did not go for the boosts. Oh, yeah, and the talent roll there to get the guns pointing the right direction.
Yeah.
Pop, pop. People say in the chat, yeah, there was some pop, pop there.
Pop, pop.
And that's not a bump, actually.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, that's a bad time for yellow there, who doesn't have any mods and gonna get a range 1 shot from the A-wing. From the yellow A-wing. All right. Green. Probably might not want to be too close to the X-wing. Doesn't have the procket anymore, so might actually just stay there or do the focus boost.
I'd probably do the boost in, choosing the violence.
Choosing violence.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need to. He's already up in point, and it's only 15 minutes left or something on the clock. 16 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that at this time, he senses that the momentum is with him, and also with he knows that if he wins this game, he has secured the point for his team.
Yeah.
So I think we might actually see him trying to sort of secure the points. But this is interesting because now yellow has a prime shot on Cece, I think, no matter what she does.
I saw on the chat, like someone was saying, so the list with the Moe wing is winning. Sorry, Cameron, and I was like, oh yeah, that I should tell that to Nobby. He will love it. And then I look at the name. Oh, yeah. That was you already.
Hello, Nobby.
Hi, Nobby.
Pleasure to see you again. He actually commented on my choosing violence match last night.
Earlier today? Or yesterday, depending where you are.
Yes. Earlier today for him, yesterday for me. The beauty of the time differences.
Yes. Alright, so ZZ actually rotated the cannon there, trying to shoot at yellow. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, and she can just spend the focus, doesn't matter, just get another one.
I mean, that's...
And Poe is hiding over there on the cloud, behind the cloud. Even boosting, yeah. Not getting a shot Poe there. Nope.
So with 15 minutes left in the match, you have to start wondering what is the win condition for Cameron here, because he is trailing
by 45 points. I mean, basically killing ZZ is good. Otherwise, the other A-wings, you need to actually kill them.
Ooh, but
like more than kill them, because they're just 42 points.
Yeah, but with shots like these,
Oof.
the job just gets harder and
Yeah,
harder because
Rose taking hit crit, and that's hull breach.
half hull breach and half points.
Yeah,
So
that's ting 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 ting. Hull breach. There you go. Now it's 60 points. So 60 points. It's actually, yeah, you're gonna have to kill a wing and a half or all Poe. Yeah.
And just based on the way Justynas has been flying Poe, I'd be very doubtful that Cameron can get within a mile of him.
Yeah. Yeah, yellow
Oh,
there,
evaded.
dodging the shot from ZZ. ZZ just getting an evade because she can.
Yeah.
So there might not
Such
be
a
much damage from yellow. No, you don't have to. He tried to roll the the charge token there. That's how it works.
all right.
Right, yellow and yellow.
Ooh, two more hits coming in, but one of them gets evaded. So that's half points on yellow. So
Just one goes
all
through, yeah.
sliding downhill fairly quickly this round for Cameron.
Yeah, we're now 83 points. So that's killing 2 A-wings. Yeah, any 2 A-wings killed that does the trick.
Right.
Just getting one there on a kind of a pot shot on Tally that has all the dice and a focus and
Oh yeah,
and
using her
and green is in
ability
the
to give herself-
bullseye, so using her ability to get one more green, so that's definitely not gonna connect.
Well, never say never.
Yeah, no.
We can say never.
We can say never. At least not today.
Yeah.
I mean, in the last week, I've seen some really insane pot shots, like Fifth Brother losing both his shield at range 3 through a cloud and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And there's a focus there. Okay. Merle shooting at Sefnik, and Sefnik just
Oh,
netting
hot.
out of it.
Hot greens there, but
All right, there. All the dice. Come on. You get your calculate from the priority from last time. So that's not very modded, but modded. 4 dice. Ah, nearly everything. But this has
nearly everything.
3 dice, 2 tokens. Yeah, she's got the token she needs. No problem. Just spend the evade.
Yeah, in a situation like that, you kind of need all 4 of your die to connect and a complete blankout. You kind of need the total swing.
Yeah, the swing would have been nice, but it did not happen this round at least.
Yeah.
And that's it for the round. We are back to dials.
Now, I'm not going to say that Cameron doesn't have a chance. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance. Just now it's getting really tight, both in terms of time and then how much he needs to get through. Like, he has 1 shield down on Sefnik, and killing Sefnik's not going to do it. He needs to kill Sefnik and Tally, or and ZZ, or Poe. Poe and a half something does as well. Yeah, Poe and a half something gives him at least 90 points. So that's good. But like killing Poe, that's being really playing defensively.
Yeah, it's a tall order.
It's a tall order. He has heroic, so if he ever blanks out, then there's a chance for turning that over. I don't really see him putting Poe in a dangerous position and then not and then spending his tokens on defense. So on attack, sorry.
On the flip side, though, both Green and Merle are in an interesting position to sort of come in and do damage this round.
Absolutely.
But and even Yellow, if he can avoid being just sort of, Yellow is in a tougher spot, but certainly, there are interesting options there on the table for Yellow. But at the same time, the fact that he just keeps bleeding these points from these shots with the A-wings means that his hole keeps getting bigger, and he needs to do something now because he only has 10 minutes left to do it.
Absolutely. That's gonna be tight.
It's It's gonna be tight. It would be exciting, you know. I'm not taking any sides.
And I'm all for insane comeback. That's the most exciting.
Yeah, that would be it would be exciting to at least have a exciting final shot.
I mean, I've seen too many of the USA Sweden games to not believe in comebacks.
Yeah. Those certainly the Carson Ray Nicholas one, that was kind of
that was quite brutal. And then there's the Andreas Carlsson against Daniel Leon, I think, where there's a Zam and a bunch of droids, and Andreas just killed all the droids, and then Zam at the end just like in 2 rounds killed 2 ships, and then suddenly you see the 100 points advantage going down to ding 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 ding. Oh, you have a -point advantage, and lost there. That was absolute mad. Apparently my face was interesting. I had the camera on and I was making some really Pikachu face there.
Wow. In fairness, we all would have been pulling the same face, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Both players seem to be ready, so let's see what that... Oh, it's not a bump. So he's just sitting there and saying...
Grabbing a lock, maybe getting the Understrand Cannon to procs there.
Yep.
Right, going to move the A-Wing. Zoop, sweeping across there, trying to get a block maybe on Tally. There's the one back there, getting the stress out.
And
simply focusing, I think.
You know,
he has the lock already on Poe.
Yeah.
Rose getting the hell out, trying not to die, takes a focus.
Yeah, not bleeding any more points. Hopefully for Cameron this round.
Yeah. All right, and Justynas too hard on yellow. Oof, need to get out of on right, sorry, need to get out of yellow's arc. If you get, it's actually a difficult position there.
It's certainly not optimal, but of course, if any ship can pull off being possibly shot at by 3 ships, it would be CC, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. But there's none of the boosts really help there. No, actually, I mean, a boost gets you out of yellow, but then gets you range 1 on the others.
Yeah. So
probably just sit there, get a focus. Maybe rotate. It's right there. She's got the arc on the back. It's a good shot at yellow.
No, he's just going to keep pounding yellow, I think.
Yeah, which I mean.
Oh,
and
we
cannon.
Have a cannon.
I understand cannon. Yep. Ping on the table before it's too late.
All right.
Oh, double blanks. Well, he can use the lock. Do you use the lock there? I mean, she will fly away if you don't. Well, I mean, even if you do, but... and...
Oh! We waited the whole game and then sad noises.
Well, if only you had heroic.
If only. Oh, man. Oh, that's such a bad, you know, that's a feel bad moment because, you know, you kind of, I don't know, I kind of wanted the cannon to, you know, at least hit so that he'd have to roll dice. But now he's just thinking, I'll get out of dodge here.
Flipster in the chat says that yesterday Carson Ray had a 83 point against him, 0 to 83, and then it still won. So the US still flipping games on on the end game.
Wow.
All right, the yellow A-wing there, not getting the shots onto the yellow X-wing, except for a boost rotate there. Yes, that's the approach. And then Mr. Poe opening the wings, probably going for like a too hard or something.
Yeah.
Trying to murder yellow before he can't do anything. There's just 3 hull to get down.
Too hard.
There we go. Too hard.
Target lock focus.
Target lock focus, yeah.
Just
get
and
the bumps.
also, if he kills yellow, I think he's put this game.
Sorry, you might have heard my doorbell ring, so I'm gonna go down and see.
All right.
I'll leave you for a second.
I'll commentate here. Yep, just doing the focus target lock on yellow. I would not put much money on the yellow surviving this game now, since he has 1, 2, 3 arcs into him. But yellow was checking to see if this was a range 1 for the underslant cannon, but it just went into range 2.
Sorry, he was the postman.
Did he ring twice?
No, I think it just went ding because they don't actually wait for us in Norway. They just they ring the doorbell and they drop your packet in front of the house. Because it's a nice country, nobody's gonna steal them anyways.
Yeah. I should have known that Jack Nicholson movie was just lying to me.
Quite a bad shot there. Gonna reroll and spend a focus for 3. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. Well, here's to see if he can pull off the evades. One evade, so he survives by 1.
There's 2 more shots coming in. Probably going with, it doesn't matter. Both red and yellow don't have any other shots than the one into yellow there.
And by the way, while you were away, yellow did check to see if Poe had moved into range 1 for the underslung blaster cannon,
but it was too far.
Just out.
Just out. And pop, pop, not pop, 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 just pop, pop there.
Correct. He only needs 1 through, and
that's enough. Goodbye, yellow. And of course, you start shooting with ZZ, because if you start with ZZ, then you can actually get a token.
Yeah.
If the person's dead behind you, you can't.
Yeah, he's all calculated. Oh, he accidentally rotated.
Trying to see if he has range. He does have range on green, which is his own chip. So nope.
Yeah.
Not how this works.
If you could fire at your own ships by mistake, well, what a crazy, horrendous world that would be.
Yeah. Oh, Nobi is asking if the postman was delivering more A-wings, and no, the postman was delivering some ring lights to put around my camera, so I look even prettier when I have my camera on.
Oh, lovely. So we'll see your face even better in the next few games then.
If I actually put my camera on sometimes, yeah.
Alright.
There I was all set up with when I stream games I play myself, I actually have a secondary computer that keeps the camera centered.
Okay,
and
2 hits.
The same cable as my thing. 2 hits.
A shield.
That's a shield on who?
Merle.
On Merle.
Septin was shooting at Merle. Range 1 from the rear.
From the back, there.
The back arc, but.
No, Tally was shooting at Merle. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tally. Yeah, Septin was here.
And that's the clock.
That's the clock. And are you telling me there's still a
no? No, there's mathematically no chance. There's 105 points advantage there from Justynas, and
just too few shots, I think.
Just too few shots. Yeah, they're trying to shooting at ZZ range 2 versus 3. She has all the tokens in the world. 1 crit.
Yeah, and even if she blanks out.
Yeah, even if she blanks out, she has the token to be safe.
Yeah.
She does sort of blank out.
Spend
the evade. Yeah, that's a mathematical good option. And then getting the automatic target priority token there that he got from the missed Thunderstone cannon. Spends 1, yeah, 2, and the blank out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's points. That's actually points
Half
there.
point.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's not a 0. That's 105 to 23, and I think that was the last shot of the game, and the clock has rang.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it. And well flown, both players. The difference here, of course, being that Justynas sort of saw his opportunity for the flanking maneuvers. And
Yeah, it was a
managed to-
pretty long setup for the flank, but it's paid off.
Yeah, and you know, when the violence came, it was brutal.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody's making some bearded man joke. Nathan Squirren says that the last turn taken nearly 10 minutes. Yeah, there's a lot of ships on the board and a lot of decisions to take and some shots happening out of the engagement phase. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's not abnormal for a turn to take 10 minutes
Yeah.
when there's more than 2 ships on the board. Like it's.
And you know, high stakes. The match, or you know, the match between New Zealand and the Baltics on the line.
Yeah.
I can totally understand.
But yeah,
Round
take a tiny bit of your time, be careful, choose your approach, and then coming and strike.
Yeah.
That's how you play X-Wing sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I'd want would be to lose a game because I was rushing myself.
All right, we are offered a post-game interview, so maybe we should jump in their
Yes.
channel and do a post-game interview.
Okay.
Hey guys, good game.
Hello, how's it going?
Hi.
That was
Good.
that was really nice.
Just
to
counting
see.
the points.
Counting the points. It's 105 for Justynas and 23 for Cameron.
Yes. Yeah, that was rough. The A-wing's very slippery. It's Justynas did an amazing job just slipping through all of the nets I was creating, and got under my skin a bit. And my attempts to bring back around exposed me to those damn prockets. So that
Yep.
was yeah, that was a beautiful play. It really wrecked my brain there.
Yeah, the first half hour we were like,
Yeah,
okay, is
rockets
it
are
starting
scary, yeah.
soon? And then there was
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I wondered about my leap in on the A-wings coming up from the south here. I decided that I had the room to turn, as you guys saw, and I just thought maybe I can pounce. And like you saw, I tried to set my net up to capture like a procket setup, but
Yeah.
I just really didn't anticipate. Was it ZZ zooming through here?
Yeah.
And yeah, so
No, it's Sefton.
it would be good.
Sefton
Oh,
was.
Sefton.
Yeah.
yes, it's,
Ah,
yeah,
right.
Sefton was from here, zipping 5 straight. So
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
both ships that's saying nope. See you later.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was a really interesting game. It really showed me to like I feel
and
like
I think so. I boosted straight into the procket shot. I think so here into the yellow one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was crazy. Yeah.
yeah. It was really great. It's I was so focused on staying out of those bullseyes that I didn't see the ones that were coming from across the table. I was only ever looking at the ones that were, like within a 1 hard turn or 2 hard turn away. And it was beautiful. And Red, with his absolute love of gas clouds, that was
Oh yeah,
that was entertaining.
I mean, like the time where you like rolled it out, like okay, keeping some options for last round, and then you're like, okay, now there's not gonna be anything there. And then you turn on the cloud, and then it was not quite enough to clear it. So like again, and then straight after, and then clip the next one. Like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I was playing way too risky with that. I measured it in my head as you do, and I just thought, well, like, maybe my nose sticks out just far enough on the other side of the hard turn that I will get like a cheeky escape option.
Just not.
But
enough.
I just going over it again. That was rough.
No, but that was.
Yeah, and this rock was set up by Cameron, so he just
Exactly.
loved it.
It's my
Don't
own
get a
fault.
complaint.
Betrayed by your own cloud. Cameron,
exactly.
you also had a. I don't want to rub it in, but you also had a field spat moment with the underslung cannon there.
Whereabouts?
When you finally got the cannon shot.
Oh, yeah.
Here, and then it. oh, blanks and reroll
Yeah.
and oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't good. Yeah.
I basically only did it because of the time. Like normally I would hold my locks. It's usually what I do is I just sit with them and let them be a psychological element on the other player. Yeah, in this case, because I saw also that it was this tally had the boost option, I just decided to go straight up and spend. Like I said, normally it's the underslungs are fantastic for just generating me to calculate, so I can have it at my step sort of thing. I have like a dice mod. So yeah, the underslungs are great fun.
Yeah. I liked your initial approach, Cameron. I thought you were doing a good job, but of course then, as you said, the red wearing off there.
Yeah, for sure.
I was a bit afraid if Cameron will split those, because if they going like in the one train, it's easier for me to to set up attack lanes. So for me it was easier, like he split only. I think so. Merle was like on the side a bit. So
yeah.
It was like I was afraid of Merle's blocks, because if he blocked me and I'm in his bullseye, it will be not good for me.
That can hurt.
So I was like mostly afraid of Merle's blocks. So yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that's the recipe to destroy an A-wing, is have Merle waving in their faces. But then again, the prockets as well, like, I had to be super careful. That's why, like, Merle never really did, because I obviously tee up the underslungs with Merle and Rose, but I never felt comfortable really doing that because of the procket threat. So, like, Merle and Rose always were on their toes for finding focuses, because I couldn't risk my, basically, support platforms being caught out.
And I was like practice only 2 times with this list, so I was like thinking, and I was just thinking like, Poe Dameron is not doing much in all of my games, so it's maybe switching to one more A-wing, it's maybe better idea with one more procket.
Yeah, exactly. One more giant threatening stick.
And then you can add some stuff to the A-wing, some I don't know, optics or something. So heroics maybe, because heroics, they had some heroics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we
Like
commented on that
heroics.
before the match, that it was weird seeing a resistance on resistance, and there's
one heroic on the table. 9 chips, 1 heroic. It's missing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was playing Poe with 3 A-wings, but it was like before pandemic, so Poe was expensive, prockets were expensive, so there was only Poe with 3 A-wings without prockets, so just optics, heroics. So I had some experience with this list, but without prockets. Prockets like additional case for me. But,
and they did the job today.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, it was good.
Mm.
One was, I think so, one was like average, 2 hits and focus, so just 3. And the other was 4, I think so. So yeah, so quite okay output without target locks. So,
but those 2 hits and focus were into a dude with 0 evade, so classic red moves.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Shame.
Ouchie.
Yeah, I think so. It was finishing move, I think so. No, yeah, there was 3 left for you. Yeah. In this case, on the red one.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna stop the stream. So thank you guys so much for being on stream. Thanks Stefan so much for being commenting with me. Thank you everyone for watching, and for the viewers that are still here. The program for today is quite busy. There's some streams starting quite soon on the Fearless Gundog stream. I will actually comment again in 3.5 hours on the Fearless Gundog, and then I'm streaming again in 8.5 hours Greece against Norway on this channel. So we'll see you all very soon.
You're busy, man.
It's a and I'm actually working at the same time. I'm typing some code while there's some dial being set. Nice. It's tough life. All right, but anyways, thank you everyone, and I will stop the stream now. We can continue chatting in private. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah.